Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, and it's top 25 time. Yeah, for week 7 of the 2022, excuse me, week 8 of the 2022 college football season. Uh, so let's start by going over last week's poll. Yeah, so I did have number 25, BYU. Number 24, Notre Dame. 23, Utah. 22, James Madison. 21, Texas. 20, Kansas. 19, North Carolina. 18, Mississippi State. 17, Kansas State. 16, North Carolina State. 15, Wake Forest. 14, Syracuse. 13, TCU. 12, UCLA. 11, Oregon. 10, Penn State. 9, Southern Cal. 8, Ole Miss. 7, Oklahoma State. 6, Tennessee. 5, Michigan. 4, Clemson. 3, Alabama. 2, Georgia. And 1, Ohio State. And so anyway, so dropped from last week's poll. Yes, I did drop BYU after they got blown out by Arkansas. Let's see, Notre Dame. I took them off after they lost to Stanford. After they lost to the Tree. I mean, just terrible loss. I mean, Stanford is just a dumpster fire. So anyway, and then 22, I had James Madison. They lost to Georgia Southern, so I had to take them out. They're no longer undefeated. So, and then Kansas, I took them out after they lost to Oklahoma, and then I dropped Mississippi State out after their loss to Kentucky. They have to beat Alabama this week for me to rank them again, because I mean, really, what's the point in ranking NC State now if I think they're about to get blasted by Alabama? So, but obviously, if you beat Alabama, I'll put you back in. Yeah, I'll put you into the top 15. But anyway, so enough about that. Let's talk about this week. But anyway, I guess we're going to start with the first 9. So you're going to put 25 to 17 up first. Anyway, so at number 25, new to the poll, we have Tulane. They do only have just one loss to Southern Miss, but they did beat Kansas State, who of course I had ranked 17 last week. So it's got to count for something, right? And then at 24 we have UCF. They had the one loss to Louisville. Yeah, how did you lose to Louisville? I don't know. I really have no idea. Anyway, UCF just scored 70 points on Temple. Yeah, they just beat Temple 70-13. So yeah, put UCF on here. I mean, aside from the loss to Louisville, they've been beating everyone else by 30 or 40 points or more. So Anyway, and then at number 23, yes, I decided to bring back Kentucky after they beat Mississippi State. So they did get Will Levis back. Obviously, they're a much better team when Levis plays, which kind of brings me into 22. We have South Carolina. Yeah, the team that beat Kentucky. So yeah, of course, head to head, I know that that Will Levis didn't play against South Carolina, but I mean South Carolina did beat Kentucky head to head, so feel like I can't bring Kentucky back into the poll without also putting South Carolina back in the poll. So anyway, so now at my mom number 21, we have NC State. I did drop them down from 16 after they lost to Syracuse. So, and then at number 20, yes, new this week, I have Illinois. Of course, they just came off a win over my mom, Minnesota. So yeah, the end they really only have just one loss to Indiana. Yeah, really a head scratching loss to Indiana, but so yeah, it looks like they are in the driver's seat in the Big Ten West. So anyway, and then number 19, we've got North Carolina. Yeah, they stayed put at number 19. They did come off a win over Duke. They did coming off of their miracle comeback win against Duke. So but anyway, so at 18, I have Texas. I moved them up from 21. Yes, they beat Iowa State only by a field goal. It's just 24-21. But I expected this after they, after they just mollywopped Oklahoma. I expected this. So, but anyway, so yeah. And then how about 17? I put Utah after they did just beat Southern Cal. Was it 43-42? So yeah, so I moved Utah up from 23. So they just went up 6 spots. Wow. Okay, so now let's take a look at 16 through 8. So here we are. So 16, we had Kansas State. Yeah, they were on a bye this week. So, but they still went up a spot because NC State lost. So, but anyway, yes, and I know NC State had a backup quarterback, but they still lost. That's why I moved up Kansas State 1 spot. So they just have the 1 loss to Tulane. So yeah, how do they lose to Tulane? I don't know. 15. Let's say we got Penn State, and now these next 3 teams, Penn State, Southern Cal, and Oklahoma State. all moved down because they all lost. See, Penn State, I moved them down 5 places from 10 to 15 after getting blown out by Michigan. So And then USC, I think they were at 9. So I dropped them 5 spots down to 14 for losing to Utah. That was Southern Cal's first loss. Yes, Penn State also suffered their first loss. So, and then number 13, we've got Oklahoma State. They fell 6 spots from 7 to 13 after losing to TCU. And the Cowboys no longer undefeated. So after losing to TCU in overtime. Anyway, so then number 12, we got Woke Forest. Yeah, okay, they just beat Army. Was it like 45 to 10? So I moved them up because I was moving everyone else up. So, and then Syracuse, yes, another team that I moved up due to attrition. We got number 11. We have Syracuse. Yes, the Fruit is 6-0, and they just beat NC State. So yeah. And now about number 10, we have TCU. Yep, they just beat Oklahoma State, like I already mentioned. Yeah, how many spots? It's 3 spots from 13 to 10. And then now UCLA. Did UCLA play anyone? No, I think I think UCLA was off. So, but I did move them up 3 spots, 12 to 9, because the teams ahead of them that lost. So, and then at number 8, I have Oregon. I think they beat Arizona that they beat Mum this week, or were they off this week? I can't remember. Anyway, of course, Oregon with just the loss to Georgia in week 1. So. So anyway, and then how about yes, so here we go. That's right. So we are gonna put up my mom 1 through 8. Of course, I guess I already told you about 8. That was Oregon. But anyway, at number 7, I have Alabama falling from 3 to 7. So that's 4 spots. After losing to Tennessee 52 to 49. So yeah, it's Alabama takes the Tide takes their first loss. So, and then number 6, I've got Clemson. Yep, I got the Tater Man. Yes, they're still undefeated, but I did drop them down a little bit for letting my mom Florida State come back on them, but they still won though. So, but yeah, a little too close for comfort there. But anyway, and then yes, that's why at number 5 I have Ole Miss. Well, their offense looked impressive against Auburn. What was it? 48 points. Yes, so 48 to 34. I mean, I think they ran for like 300 yards. Yeah, so a really strong running game for Ole Miss. So that's why I did go ahead and jump them Ole Miss over Clemson because I was just more, impressed with them. And now back at number 4, we have Michigan. Yeah, and I thought they looked. Yes, I was really impressed by their shellacking of Penn State. I think it was like 41-17. So yeah, they have a really strong running game. I think that they had 200-yard rushers. So let's see. And then at number 3, I put Tennessee. I have them moving up from 6-3 after they beat the almighty Alabama. So I moved them up 3 spots. There you go, from 6-3, and then now we got the top 2, which might be slightly controversial. I know that the fan police are probably going to come after me for this one, but I still got Ohio State at number 1 and Georgia at number 2. I know, fake Georgia fan, right? Why does this guy have his own team right number 2 and put Ohio State at number 1? But anyway, just in my honest opinion, I do think that Ohio State is just the better team. I think that we would probably lose to Ohio State if we were playing this weekend, is because of elite quarterback and elite wide receivers and running backs, just elite offense in general. So I think it would basically be like the SEC championship from last year. So but anyway, I mean, so I do have my own team, Georgia Bulldogs, at number 2. Of course, we just had a big win, 55-0 over Vanderbilt. But anyway, so Ohio State is really the only team that hasn't struggled. Not since week 1. I know they only beat Notre Dame by 11, but since then they've been beating everyone by 30 or 40. So yeah. So but anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see y'all again next time.